Welcome to crackIT. Today we will discuss on how to create streams, common intermediate and terminal operations and coding examples along with the interview questions. So we have part 1 for streams. I'll pin the link in the comment section. You can go through that for the better understanding. Please support us with your likes, shares and subscriptions if you like our videos. We learned all about streams. Let's now see how to create streams. So we can create streams by multiple ways. Let's see few of them here. So this is the one way. Suppose I have elements, I want to create it as a stream. I need to perform some operations that stream supports. How will I convert it? So using stream.off method of the values that I need to convert it to a stream. Also the next is I have an array and I want to convert it to a stream. How can I convert it? Very easy. Stream.off. If we pass that array, we will get the output as a stream. Next I have a list. I want to convert it to a stream. List.streamof. Also we can create streams using the stream builder. What does the stream builder will do? In the stream builder we need to provide all the elements that we need to create as a stream using this builder.build. So this build will create a stream for me. Also we can generate a stream. How can we generate a stream? Using this generate method. Also, in few of the cases, we can create empty stream. Suppose for scenarios wherein I have a list and I am converting it to a stream. If the list is null, I don't want null to be returned as a part of stream, but I want an empty. In that case, we can create an empty stream using stream.emptyof. Let's now discuss about few commonly used intermediate operations. So, first one is filter. What will this filter do? Filter will filter my stream based on the condition that I am passing here. Next is map. What will this map do? Map will transform each of my element by applying the supplied mapper function. Sort will sort my stream and return me the sorted stream. Distinct will create the distinct elements in the stream and that will return me a new stream. Limit will limit the size of my stream. Suppose if I give limit of 10, then only that stream will be limited to 10. Skip will skip the initial elements till the number that I am passing here. Peek will accept a consumer. This is more like a sysouts which we will be using for the debugging. Flat map will be flatten all my streams into a single stream. So all these operations we can see along with an example. Flat map is a big topic. I'll put a separate video for it. These are the commonly used terminal operations. These will collect the stream elements into a single result. For example, collect of collectors.toList will return as a list of elements. This reduce will produce a single result from all the elements of the stream sequence. Suppose I want to sum all the elements in the stream, then I'll go with the reduce. We'll see all these with a coding example. Count will return the number of elements in the stream. Min will return the minimum value element from the stream. Max will return the maximum value element from the stream. Also we have few search or query operations like any match or none match, all match first, find first, like that. And all these are short circuiting operations. What is mean by short circuiting operations? That will take a predicate as an input. What is a predicate? That is a condition. So that will take a predicate as input for the match condition and the processing of the stream will be stopped when the result is determined. That is called short circuiting of the operations. We have few iterative operations as well, like for each and for each order, which will be used to iterate the elements of the stream. We will see all these, the terminal operations and the intermediate operations in our coding example now. Well, this is the example that we are using for splitting the list of the even and the odd numbers. This has become a popular interview question for the beginners. Let's now see what we are doing here. So we have an integer list and we are streaming it. After that, what are we doing? In the collectors, what are we doing actually? So we have a utility method in the collector. What is that utility method? That is a partitioning by, and that will accept a predicate as the input condition. And this predicate is used to classify the input elements. So in my example, what am I classifying? I need to classify the odd and the even numbers. So, and let's see our condition here. We have given like I mod 2 equals 0. So for all the even numbers, this I mod 2 equal to 0 will be true, and for all the odd numbers, this I mod 2 equal to 0 will be false. So let me go inside this, and if we see what it is returning me a collector of what values? Map of boolean and list of tree. So what is it? So it will return me true and false, and the corresponding elements of 2 and the corresponding elements of the false. So let's see how it looks like. So this method will return me a map with true elements, with true as key and values as 10, 20, 14 and all the even numbers, and false, and the values will be 15, 23 and all the odd numbers. So now I have a map, and that map have true and false as my key values, and the values will be and the corresponding values for true and false. So then what I need to do, if I want to print the even numbers, then what I have to do, then I need to check for the map key. So if it is true, then that is a even number. If it is false, then that is a odd number, and then I'm iterating my elements of the list for both of these conditions. Let's try to execute this program and see what happens. So if we see here, we are getting the odd numbers list and we are getting the even numbers list. In this example, we are going to identify the maximum element in the list and the sum of elements in the list. So we are going to cover the max method in the stream and the reduce method in the stream as a implementation. So we'll see what we are doing now. So we need to identify the maximum element. In the previous way, what we will do, we'll get the list, we'll sort the list, we'll get the list, we'll sort the elements, and then we will take the maximum element from the list, or the last element from the list. Now what are we doing? We are using the already implemented utility function of the streams for it. So what is it? It already have a max method, and in this max method, it is accepting a comparator as its parameter. So if you don't know what comparator or comparable interface is, we have a separate video for that. I'll pin that in the comment section. You can go through it. So this accepts a comparator, and based on that comparator, it will sort the elements and it will produces the value. So if you see here, comparator to compare the elements of the stream, and it will compare it and it will return as the maximum element. So in this list, it will compare each of its elements based on the integers compared to method. This is also already available method in the integer, so I'm just reusing it. So it will use the integers compared to method, and it will identify the maximum element. So the return type is optional. This may be null, so we are checking whether, like, if it is null, this will return null. If not, it will get us the value. Let's execute this program now. If we see here, we are able to see the maximum element as 100. So next example, what we are going to see is for reduce. How will we be able to identify all the elements, sum of all the elements in the list? As we see previously, reduce is useful for converting the whole list of the elements into a single element. So how, like, on what condition it is converting this into a single element? In this case, it is converting based on the sum. Let's go and see the implementation of the reduce. So this is the reduce method, and in the implementation we can say that this method will perform the reduction of the elements of the stream based on this accumulation function. And what is our accumulation function? our accumulation function here is integer : sum, and this is also the already implemented utility method in the integer, accepting two parameters and returns the sum of it. So we are just reusing it. So this reduce method will accepts all the elements in the stream and that will add it and that will return the sum of it. Let's execute this program. If we see here, this will return me the sum of the elements. Let's see one more example to know how this sorted and limit functions in the stream works. So we have a list, we are sorting it, and we are printing just the first three elements of the list. So how can we do it? So we have a list and we are streaming the list using .streamof, and this stream provides like the intermediate operations of the stream has sorted. So and that sorted will sort me the elements in the natural order. So what is the natural order for me? For me, for the integers, the natural order is the ascending order. So it will sort the elements to me in the ascending order, and I need to print just the first three elements. It's like top three in SQL how we did. So it will just print me the first, limit me the size of the list to 3, and it will collect me to a list and return it. Let's see what happens. So if you see here, it will just print 2, 7 and 10 to me. We have one more example to identify the first non-repeating character in Java. I'll put that as a separate video since this will take a long time. Thanks for watching crackIT. Please do like, share and subscribe.